What is up, guys? Back with another tier list video. This is actually the second time recording this because my computer fucked up last time and I accidentally uploaded like the bad one. It was only like, some of you might have saw it, it might have only been like 50, like a minute long, and it had like no audio or something like that. I actually forgot to check before I uploaded it and I accidentally uploaded it and I didn't have time to take it down. So it's going to be the second time I'm recording this. Luckily it's saved my tier list so I don't have to do this all over. I'm going to get right into this. If you guys want more like this, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. That'd be great. It really helps me out. Also going to have some more Smite videos on the way as well. Hopefully, my computer doesn't crap out on me. To get right into this, I'm just going to explain some of the moves, stuff like that. I know this is a lot different than the last tiers. I think the last one I did was for 2.5. Just going to go over just going to go from top to bottom pretty much. General's right now best healer in the game. Reason why, Luminary. That you can stack it with Tyra. He's overall just really good. Even with Cauterize, I think the only check to Generals right now is Sky. You just can't really deal with like super bursting champions like Sky, Leon, stuff like that. He just can't. He's not like a burst healer. He can keep you ahead in a fight, but when you start dropping behind, that's when you're pretty much dead and you're on your own. But the reason why he's SS right now, probably one of the best healers in the game, just because mostly Luminary and that you can stack with Tyra. Now, they're going to actually be nerfing Tyra, like, into the ground next patch. Next patch, Generals is probably not going to be SS. So, at least for this patch right now, for 2.8, he's SS. Tyra, the best champion in the game. What can Tyra do? She has team-wide damage, 25% damage. She has pretty much constant marks. She has cooldown reduction in her kit. Favorite core, you got like an 8-second mark, I think almost. And that's always refreshed upon elimination. You're gonna always constantly have like one mark up. If you're going against her, I think the only flank you can use against her that can actually deal with her and get around her mark easily is Koga. Any other flank in the game is going to be pretty much 100% useless because every time you try doing anything, you're getting marked by Tyra and the entire team can see, and you're pretty much irrelevant. Just insane amounts of damage. She's the best. She's absolutely broken. She's honestly just fucking broken. They're going to be nerfing her into the ground next patch. They're going to be reducing her favorite quarry card. They're getting rid of her damage amp on her hunting party talent. It's only going to give you 2 marks, and they're going to they're going to increase the cooldown on her hunter's mark. So she's going to be getting nerfed into the ground, rightfully so, because I'm so sick of playing against her. She is so over-centralizing right now to the point where she's just a must-pick or a must-ban in ranked. This is also console ranked, by the way. I forgot if I did say that, but you guys should know by the title if you're clicking on the video. There's about mid-plat to about high diamond, low masters, ranks mostly, or casuals, whatever you want to play. Ashe, still where she really is. One of the best aggro tanks in the game. Atlas actually has a super low pick rate on console. Not quite sure why. He's relatively simple to play once you learn his mechanics. Once you play him decently, you can do really well with him. I barely ever see him picked. I think the only person that plays him is me and maybe like 2 other people that I know. Apart from that, I barely ever see him in ranked, and when I do, he's absolute garbage because nobody knows how to play him. He's a really good sleeper pick though. Insane off tank if you want some like displacement and disruption, similar to like an Ashe. Great damage as well, put up with like a Luminary or a Hunter's Mark Tyra. Barrack, solo tank, one of the best point tanks in the game. Furia, one of the best healers in the game, still solid pick in almost every map. Inara, one of the best point tank in the game, hands down, built-in healing into her kit. If you want to pair Inara and Generals together, that's probably the top combo right there. Khan, insane, aggressive tank, hasn't really moved much. I'm not ready to talk about him. Koga had like an A or an A- last time. The reason why Koga's moved up is because he's the only check to Tyra, the only flank that can deal with Tyra. He can dash and cleanse the mark. Apart from that, he's probably one of the most self-sustaining flanks in the game. He has a lot of self-sustain, at least currently. You pair that with a General's Luminary Mark and a Hunting Party Tyra, and then Koga's insane. Even Dragon Stance and his claws are viable now, at least with the damage amp. Before they weren't. Just a lot of options with Koga. You can be in the right hands. If you know how to play him, you can just wreck teams, especially with damage amp on your team. Lex got a rework. He has Death Phasins now, which does 680 per shot. Um, if you can aim, he's absolutely broken. If you can't aim, then he's kind of garbage. He still has two good talents with Discovery and Death Hastens. You pair that with the Luminary Genos or a Hunting Party Tyra, and he's absolutely broken. Sky, one of the best flanks in the game, absolutely bursts down tanks. One of the only checks to like a solo healer Genos tank comp with like double tank. Genos can't really keep up if you're constantly bursting down tanks. Leon, probably one of the only carries, apart from Tyra at least currently, that you can like carry a team with. If you're an insane Leon player, you can carry a team. Makoa, not really going to talk about Makoa very much. He's pretty much where he is. Absolutely great tank. Terminus, they fixed a few of his bugs. Solid S plus still. Maeve, one of the best flanks in the game. If you want a flank that does a shit ton of damage, constant poke damage, probably one of the highest mobility out of any of the flanks in the game right now. Please pick Maeve, because if that's something you want, then go right ahead and pick Maeve. Insane damage. You pair that with a Luminary Genos or a Hunting Party Tyra, and she's doing fuck tons of damage. Talus, I'd probably even nerf Talus at this point. He's pretty much a ban in like every ranked game. If he gets through, then you're pretty much a guaranteed win. He's that good. Arguably, I'd put him SS, but right now he's a little bit more checked because Tyra is on like every fucking team, and Tyra just kind of destroys him. I'm not going to talk about Terminus. Torvald is actually going to be getting some nerfs next patch, which will probably move him down a couple tiers. But at least right now, you pair Torvald with like any flank in the game or like any type of damage, and you're going to wreck a team. At least until Wrecker gets online. Victor, a solid damage dealer. Cardio is absolutely insane. I think actually Cardio should be reverted because it's so fucking annoying. Solid damage, solid ult, great damage if you can play him. Vivian, either a must pick or must ban in ranked. If she does get through and you happen to get her and you pair her with like a Genos or a Tyra, it's pretty much GG. Not much can stand in front of Vivian and live. Willow was actually like an A- or an A last time I did a tier list. She's an S plus now, arguably probably even an SS, probably when next patch comes. She has built-in damage reduction on her flutter, like 3 or 4 seconds after using flutter. Probably one of the best ults in the game, at least right now, just for getting damage, and especially against teams that can't like really hit you in the air. She can pretty much go anywhere during her ult and get pretty much at least pick off somebody. She has aerial denial with her dead zone, insane damage, great mobility. I don't know, Willow's insane. If you're not playing Willow now and you start playing Willow, even myself, I haven't really been playing Willow much. I'm starting to try to get better at her just because she's so good. Zin, I actually moved Zin up to S because he does insane damage. He's a little bit better than Androxus right now, and you pair that with a Luminary Genos or a Tyra, and he just destroys. Granted, he doesn't have as much mobility, but he makes up for it in damage. And there are a few different loadouts you can actually use. There's actually a Smolder reset one, where you can use Smolder, and then get the reset on your Willow, and then like take out somebody and just like steamroll. If you're a really good Zin, that's one of the most common like types of build I've been seeing lately, and it does actually very well. Saris, if you want a heal bot, go ahead and pick Saris, solid S. I think Io is actually in ranked now. She just got put into ranked today when I'm recording this. Haven't used her too much in ranked, but from what I'm seeing, she's doing okay. I say she's a solid S. Grover, solid S. He just falls off really hard late game with Cauterize. He's pretty much useless. Cassie got nerfed again this last patch on her big game. I think her Somersault card got nerfed. You put that on console where it's already hard to aim with her, and barely anybody uses her. I moved her down to A. Not that she's really bad, it's just because nobody really uses her. Same thing with like Bomb King and Meldamba. They're in the same boat. Drogos, solid A. If you can play him good, then go ahead and pick him. Otherwise, he's solid A. Eevee, if you can play her insanely good, then go ahead pick him. She's not bad by any means. It's just the point where nobody really plays her. That's why she's an A. Same board as Cassie and all the other ones that are in. Grok, solid healer if you want like a decent healer, and like everything else is picked or banned. I don't know why they would be banned for some reason, but if they're picked, whatever. Or if you're like a Grok main, go ahead and pick her or pick him. Imani, if you can land Imani's shots, she is a projectile champ. She's not bad by any means. She just doesn't offer. She gets dove like insanely easy. That's why I put her down at A. If she does not have a Frostbolt up, she gets just like destroyed by flanks. Absolutely destroyed. And you pair that with like a damage amp meta. and you're just like dead. The only thing you can really be using her for is her ult, which is guaranteed like 1 kill if you set it up right, like every point fight. Canessa, solid A, strict solid A. Pip I moved down to an A. I think I had him at an S or an S plus last time because I got a bit of a Moxie nerf. Probably one of his best cards got nerfed. He's still good, but he's just not as good as he was. Ying, solid. You're going to be picking her for her ult, not enough healing. Or you're going to be one of those noobs in rank that picks her damage talent and that we have lack of healing on the team. How far are we in? 10 minutes. Androx is A minus. Androx right now is probably one of the worst flanks in the game. He does not have near enough mobility to make up for it. They took away his best talent, which was Cursed Cylinder, and they gave him Cursed Revolver. It's just not good. It's too much fall off damage to take up a talent. Way too much fall off damage. His fire rate is too slow. His time to kill is too high. He's just not good right now, guys. Which is really sad for me to say because I'm an Androx's main. I used to play the shit out of him before this patch came around. I have not touched him like once in ranked so far, just because he's that bad. There's just so many better options. If I want to play a flank, I'm going to be picking a Koga. I'm going to be picking a Maeve. I'll be picking a Skye if she's not banned, a Lex, something other than that. There's just so many better options than over at Androx's right now. He needs some type of buff. Hopefully he gets that in this next patch. Buck, nothing makes him special. The reason why he's not good is because he has so much damage fall off, and you have to get up like right in somebody's face to do damage. Otherwise, he's pretty much useless. And having Tyra on like every team, he just gets bursted down way too easy. Dredge. I'm not really gonna say Dredge is necessarily bad. He's just kind of niche team and more map dependent. He's great on Bright Marsh stuff, like maps that are like close quarters. Apart from that, he really doesn't do much. He's been nerfed in the ground so many times that there's just so many better blasters. Right now, there's really no reason to play a Dredge over a Willow in like any circumstance. That's really where Dredge is right now. Ruckus is probably one of the worst tanks in the game. I see he's slightly better than Fernando, but not by much. He just gets bursted down way too easy. You have to constantly be healing him, otherwise he's like dead every second. Fernando, worst tank in the game. They need to change something about Fernando. I don't know what it is. Bring Dragonfire Lance back or something. I don't know. Make some buffs to Fernando because he's absolutely useless. There is no reason to choose Fernando over any other tank in the game. Apart, I guess, maybe from Ruckus. Apart from that, choose anything else, even Torvald. I'd rather have a solo tank Torvald over a Fernando because he at least offers more than Fernando does. That's going to be the tier list, guys. Apologize if it went a little bit quick, but I already did this video twice, and I don't want to have to re-record it again because my audio recording fucks up or some shit. I don't know what even happened, but if you do enjoy this, drop a like down below, subscribe, share this video, that help me out, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Not going to talk about Moji because Moji is irrelevant, worst champion in the game. Bye.